Hi guys, I hope you're all okay. Today I thought I'd sit down and share a quick mini review, I guess, on a product that myself and Harrison have been using for the past 6 months or so. I feel like 6 months is a good chunk of time to really put a product to the test, to let you guys know what we think. And the product that I'm talking about is the Sky Spacetalk watch. Now this isn't just a watch, it is in fact a phone as well, a messaging device. It's got all sorts of fun stuff for kids: stopwatches, step counters, a torch, a location tracker, and it just really is a handy thing to have, especially if you're a parent like me that often needs a little bit of reassurance. Now if you'd asked me like a year or so ago whether or not Harrison would have a phone, I would have been like, no, absolutely not. He's far too young, he's just 6, going into year 2. He doesn't need a phone. However, it's been so helpful, and on many occasions over the last 6 months I have been so grateful for this little thing. I often try and put myself back to like Harrison's age, and I think I would have absolutely loved this. It's just that first step into independence, isn't it? And he has thoroughly enjoyed wearing this, using this, and on any day that we go out he's like, oh, can I take my watch? So yeah, he's really enjoyed using this himself, and for me it's like a little lifeline. I'm going to quickly talk you through some of the features on the watch, and tell you what we've used the most and when, because I've had so many questions of like, why would a 6-year-old need this? But actually it's been really handy. So on the main screen of the watch, once you turn it on, you're faced with a clock interface, which is great, really simple and colourful for kids to see and use. And then you swipe over and you have a phone contacts button. Now what's great about the Sky Spacetalk watch is that actually it's not really controlled by the children as much as they probably think it is. It's actually all controlled by myself on an app on my phone. So I add in the contacts that I want Harrison to have access to. You can't just tap away whatever he wants. Just have access to a list of preset messages that I've put in. It's set with standard ones, but then you can also add in your own. I remember when I was little, I was never really much of a fan of sleepovers, but I didn't want to ever tell my friends that. So I feel like having a little message on there to say, can you pick me up, is a really nice thing. I would have probably overused it as a child, but I've put that message on there just in case. I've also put messages on there saying like, I've had my inhaler, or I need my inhaler. But generally he's just used it for like, I'm here now, or mum, I'm on my way home now, if he's with Mike and they've, I don't know, gone out for the day. It's just a little bit of fun, but also for parents a lot of reassurance. Should Harrison ever get into any trouble, God forbid, there is actually a little SOS button on the side here. Now if he clicks that, a call will directly go through to my phone, and any contact that you set as an SOS contact. So I think I've got myself on there, Mike, and my parents at the moment for when they took him out a good few months ago now. On the app there's a really handy feature that I can just track his location whenever I want, which is lovely. But should he get lost, I remember we went on a day out into London, and there was so many crowds, and I was like, Harrison, please remember you've got your watch on. Should you get lost or feel like you're lost, even though I can see you, please do SOS me, call me, press your location button, just do everything. Please just do everything. And he has used it. It's been really helpful. It's one of those things that you hope that you never will need to use, but when it's there it is so reassuring. So what's really great about the GPS tracking in this watch is that you can actually set a safe zone, I think it's referred to. You can set a safe zone, for example, a school or a home or wherever your child is meant to be. And if the watch on your child's wrist leaves that zone, you will be alerted on your phone. I think that's really helpful. I'm sure there's so many circumstances where that would come in really handy. Whether your child's walking to school on their own, you'll know whether they've left that zone. And yeah, I think that is really great. In terms of the phone calls, when you click on a contact, you can go along and see your contacts with a lovely little photo, which makes it easy for kids to do make that phone call. It comes through on a loud like speaker here, which is great, so they can hear you nice and clearly, and you would just speak to them as normal on your phone. Won't lie, when we first got the Sky Spacetalk watch, I had a lot of emojis being sent to me. Now, as well as the pre-sent messages, there are emojis, so just the general like smiley faces, love hearts and things like that. My messages were quite full of smiley faces, but amongst them were the I love yous, I'm on my way home now mum. Honestly, it's such a nice feeling just to be able to pop over a message. And the emojis have calmed down somewhat now, which is nice, but I do get the occasional mum, I love you, or night mum, which is very, very sweet. So something that I'm really pleased that the Sky Spacetalk watch doesn't have is access to the internet. So there's no social media, there's also no games, which is lovely to know. So it's never going to be used as like a distraction. It is simply just a device for easy contact and that little bit of safety. What Harrison does use this for, other than contact, is the stopwatch. He loves to time how long it's going to take him to run to the end of the road, here, there and everywhere. He also really likes the step counter, which I think is a great thing for kids. Oh, it's just said 1016 steps. So if you're at the point where you want to get your child like moving more, or you just want to make it a bit of a competitive game, which Harrison loves, this is really, really good for that. You can also reward them with little reward stars from the app on your phone, which is really, really nice. What kid doesn't love a reward star? So you can do that from your phone, which I think is a really, really nice thing to do. Yeah, there's a torch. Kids love torches. Why do kids love torches so much? I remember loving one myself, to the point where I asked my mum for like a mini torch when I was younger, which each to their own, I guess. And they also have access to the weather. Harrison's just learned about weather at school, which is really, really cool. So he's forever kind of let me know, Mum, it's gonna rain today. Great. So I mentioned that Harrison doesn't use his Sky Spacetalk watch at school because I take him to school, I pick him up, and there's never really been a need for him to. However, examples of when we have used it, Harrison goes to like kids club at the gym on the weekend with us, so he's off doing his own thing with like his group leaders and things. If he gets bored, he can be like, Mum, can you pick me up? Or Mum, I'm finished now, I'm hungry, things like that. We will quite often jump on the train and go into London, and just having this on Harrison's wrist gives me that little bit of reassurance that should he get lost, should he feel like he's lost and not be able to see me in a crowd or something, he can just pop me over a call, although I'm sure I would be the first one calling him. Now, during the time that we are currently living in, throughout COVID-19, we have not had to worry about taking Harrison to anywhere that's crowded that he may potentially be lost. However, something that he's really, really loved using his watch for is just to be able to keep in touch with like his grandparents when he wants, like on his terms. So if he just wanted to give them a call during lockdown, he could. And I know my mum was so grateful for that. Like, she loved that, and she also loved just being able to pop him over a little message being like, hi H, you okay? And he's always like, I got a message, I got a message. I don't think that has worn off yet. Like, he's so excited every time any one of us sends him a message. It's very, very sweet. I was looking through his messages actually, and it's here from Nanny. Hi Harrison, I got you some Hot Wheels cars so that you can have races. Oh my god. Nanny again, have a good day. There's lots of Nanny here, and then the odd football one from his uncle. I feel like I've spoken about the Sky Spacetalk watch quite a lot now. I think I've covered all of like the features and the things that we love about it the most. But if I have missed anything and you do have any questions, then do pop them in the comments below and I will get back to you. If you are interested in getting yourself a Sky Spacetalk watch, they're available from Sky Mobile online for £10 a month over a 24-month plan, and Dixon's for £100 upfront cost. And a Sky mobile SIM. But yeah, if you have any questions, do pop them below. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon.